Hello everyone, and welcome back to the 9th part tutorial of how to model SentryGun. So this time what we are going to do is a little bit different because I decided to take the approach of using image planes, but not as we know. It's just gonna be a different way to do this. So let's pick everything here and first open the channel box and see this icon here. If you click on it, it will add all the items that we selected into this layer, and then we can hide it simply by clicking on this. If you want to bring it back, click on it once more. Okay, so let's drop a plane and we will apply shader for it. Okay, so right click, whoa, okay, that's weird, shouldn't be here. So what we're gonna do, we right click, choose assign favorite material, Lambert, and you'll see this opening. So click on Lambert 2 tab, click on this checkered box and file. Now here I want you to click on this folder icon and navigate to where you saved your 3 reference picture. So for me it will be the side view. Okay, and press 6 to see this on your plane. Stretch it a little bit so it will be in some reasonable scale, as you can see it, even a little bit more if you like, something like that, it's fine. And what we are going to do this time is build this part of the leg. Okay, it ends here and this is the part. This one here is another part, but we will do this in other parts. So right now we are focusing on this part of the leg, and it's gonna be a little bit tricky for you because it was tricky for me also, and this way sorry this is why I prefer to right now use this approach of using image plane at least for getting the shape done correctly. So I'm gonna click on rotation tool, which is this one, and I want to align this part of the leg with my grid. Okay, so I will just simply rotate it that way, like so, and switch to move tool and bring it down over here. So you see the leg is aligned, is like laying on this line of the grid, and we can scale it, the picture, and move it back to over here, and pay attention that I'm using the default setting of units for the grid. So basically I want to bring this part over here and make sure that here I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 left. Okay, 5 units, that the leg is until here, so 5 units left off without coverage. Okay. Now thing is right now is that we will always be able to scale this after we construct this part, so don't worry about this, but it's going to be a bit tricky. So I think that I will maybe divide this part into 2 parts in order to sorry, not confuse you or something. Also, I will try to rotate it so it will be aligned a little bit more. Don't use the J key because this is, you just need a little push here, nothing more than that. Now we will start off by creating a cube, and this cube, sorry, I clicked on cube, no I didn't. So let's bring a cube to the scene, and let's bring this cube over here where this leg is end, okay, at this part of the object, and I want you to stretch it so it will fit that part, like so. Now you can maybe push it a little bit back here and scale it just a little bit more, but this is how it should look like. Okay, right click, choose face, grab this face, click on this extrusion, make sure you apply only one extrusion at a time. But first of all, let's stretch this face to about so it will create some kind of a cube, and extrude and stretch it to about so. Okay, and here you want to leave it as it is. Click extrude once again, push it over here. Okay, so here we have this banana hole, and you want to be aware of this, and press F8 to bring it back to object mode. We're gonna right click, choose vertices, grab these vertices. I'm also selecting the one that below here, okay, so make sure you mark the area correctly and you bring all the vertices into place. And if it's not correct here, so do something like that. Okay, that's fine. And press F8 to bring it back to object mode, and we're gonna add 2 edge loops. Insert edge loop, shift right click, insert edge loop, and we will add one here at this point, and we're gonna add one more here, and right now leave it like this. Okay, I'm gonna grab these 2 faces, and the trick is to start and move those to extrude them along until here, until this part, with this curvature line. Okay, so I'm gonna extrude them once and do it slowly, one by one. Okay, like so, one cube, extrude it once again, like so, extrude it once again, move tool, and we will have to deal with this one by one. So we'll grab this, rotate it a little bit, start to make the flow goes like this. Okay, and also for this one, start to make it right, like so. Okay, again grab both of them, extrude them, push them with the move tool, like so, and even more. Try to make same cube size here, and we'll rotate this a little bit, like so. Okay, extrude it once more, push with the move tool, bring it here, like so, and maybe down some. Okay, and rotate it just a little bit, maybe even more here. Alright, extrude once more, push those over here. This is a little bit too much, so something like that, that's fine. And rotation a little bit, and then maybe push it just a bit. Extrude once more, push it over here. This is too much, so like this, and rotate it. Now make sure you don't do any strange move like this. Okay, so be aware of this. It could be happened if you are not using the J key, but if you will use the J key to snap, so it will create some weird stuff, and you don't want to do this. So very gently try and build this. Again, extrude this like so, and I think that I will start extrude them one by one, because this area it's going a little bit weird. Okay, so let's grab this one all alone, extrude it, rotate it, start to bring this, you know, like that, so it's stopping the curvature line and start to be straight. So extrude, and here I want you to make sure that whatever you do along here, you make sure that here you align with this end of the banana hole here. Okay, you can do it even earlier a little bit, and then extrude it once more and make sure here it's done. Okay, so then grab this one, we continue this one. So first push it outside and rotate it. Okay, by now it's okay, so not a problem. Now you need to be aware that we have one for each one, so like this one for this one, this one for this one, and this one for this one. And here we can grab this edge if we don't satisfy with this flow, and just adjust it so the flow will be a little bit better and according to what we have here. Okay, fine. So this one is the last one that I need to create here, and we'll push it that way and a little bit like so. Okay, so now we're gonna grab this face here, okay, and we're gonna extrude it outside like so. Okay, so it's aligned with this line, and we're gonna bring this vertex here over here. Like this. Okay, now we will add a few edge loops on top of this one. Okay, so one for at least for each 4 or 5 of those, probably. So shift right click, insert edge loop. This will be the first one. This will be the second one. This will be the third one. This will be the 5th one. Okay. And let's create more. Let's see, something like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So what we can do here is right click, choose face, grab those faces, these faces, extrude them and bring them one over here for this cube. Now let's extrude once more and push it for this cube, extrude one more and push it for this cube here. Now here it's aligned with the piece, but here we have some issue, so don't worry about this. Extrude once more, same thing happening here. And right now I want you to grab this edge and use the scale tool in order to, no, don't touch it, okay, that's better that way. Let's right click, choose vertices, we will bring those vertices into place and See, I'm grabbing both of them, hopefully. No, I'm grabbing a little bit more, so this one is unneeded, and we will bring it over here to match this. Then we will grab these two and match them with this one here. Let's see. Okay. Now we have a triangle here, okay, and what I will try to do is first grab this face and this face, go over edit mesh, bridge, options, reset this, and set the division to 0 and click apply. So this will bridge those two, and now we will bridge those two. And the reason that I'm skipping those is because if I will bridge those two, this face will stay here and just will make some overlapping issues. So just first doing those, and this one for this one. Okay, apply. Now I can simply come and choose those 4 faces, delete them, choose those 4 faces, delete them, choose this triangle here and delete it. Okay, so right click edge, double click on this edge, go over mesh, fill hole. Currently selected both of them, so don't do this, undo that. Let's first grab these 4. Okay, press G to repeat the same last option, G again, G again. And the reason for the triangle is because some vertices are not merged. Okay, so this is the main problem here, and we do need to fix some of the issues we have. So first thing is I'm gonna add this plane here into a new layer and hide it also so I can see my object. I'm gonna enter inside the object and see what faces are unneeded. You see, we already have some spare faces here, so let's grab them and simply delete them, all of them. Okay, so now there are no faces in between those. Okay, now right click, choose vertices. Let's grab all the vertices in this area, those. Okay, and go over edit mesh and open the merge option box, switch here to 200, type in 200, 0.0 200 and apply. And you see it doesn't connect to everything, so try and load, type in something like 400. This will fix this. Also here we want to do the same for those triangles. Right click, choose edge. So now when I'm double clicking this edge, the other one is not selected, as you can see. Mesh, fill hole, double click on this one and press G, so it will fill it up. Okay, so we will need to do this also for this one. So let's grab these two, edit mesh and mesh bridge, edit mesh bridge. Fine. Now we need to do some fixing here with this triangle. Okay, so I was a little bit, it didn't work for me that well at first, and I do need to see how I can reduce this thing here. So you can either come and try and add edge loop here, like so, and by default that's fine, because what's happening right now is that this vertex here is added because of this edge loop, and therefore you have a quad here, as you can see. And now the flow of this one is going all over to the top, okay, all the way to the top. So we do need to do a little work here, because you see everything is in some kind of a mess. So we'll try to start and correct the flow of our vertices here. Take in mind that I'm also selecting those below, okay? It's not just a random select. I know what I'm selecting, and almost sure that I'm selecting those below, so be aware of this. See here, I didn't do this from the first step, so I will have to move it that way. Alright, either way, we are gonna cut this shape for and a half, so don't be worried too much about this. Now I also wanna flatten what I can, you know, try to make it look a little bit better. So I'm trusting on what I've done here. It was here, okay? It's almost aligned with this one, so I will use the scale tool to push this, and also push this back like so. But here I will have to grab these vertices and make them go like this. Okay, something like that. Alright. So doing this like that. Maybe a rotate tool will help here and bring everything into place, except those that I can already see that those vertices went a little bit offset. So like that, and maybe those. And those like so. Alright. So now we will bring the layer, the picture, and I want to deal with this face at last. So extrude it and push it over here. Right click, choose vertices, and we will deal with this with the vertices. So bring this here, and maybe a little bit more. Those here. This two should stay where they are, and this one is a little bit has its own life, I guess. Great. So I'm gonna add two more edge loops at this point. Shift right click, insert edge loop. One edge loop will be here, and one edge loop will be here. And I'm gonna hide the layer here because we don't need it right now. Right click, choose edge, grab this edge, shift control right click, edge ring utilities to edge ring and split. Now I'm gonna add two offset edge loops according relying on this edge, so like that. And I'm gonna add a few more edge loops, and it's mainly to see that what I'm doing is okay. So one here to maintain this area sharp, one will be here to maintain this area sharp, one will be here, and one will be here, and of course one here, one there, and basically wherever you have a corner you need to do this. Okay, so let's press 3 to see this, and this is how it looks by now. Okay, like that. Now we have some issue here because we need to add more edge loop here, but this here is sharp, everything is sharp except the banana shape, which we can also fix. So press 1 to bring it back to object mode. Let's add one edge loop here, one edge loop here, one edge loop here, and inside we also need to have edge loops, so here and down there, and let's press 3 to see this. Alright, so right now it looks fine. I'm not satisfied with this one, which I'm not sure exactly what is going on here, so maybe it's this one that I need to add, and one here. So let's press 3 right now, F8, and yeah, that looks better. And we can right click, choose vertices, press 1, grab those and push them back like so. Okay, and we'll do the same over here, those two, bring them like that, and if we press 3 we'll have some kind of a cap here. Now it's better to do this, as I already told you, in non-smooth preview mode, but sometimes you can play with it on smooth preview mode. I don't know, suit you. Okay, 3, and yeah, okay, so right now this is how the shape looks, and I'm gonna ask you to be precise in what you're doing. Right now what I want to do is undo whatever I did. Okay, just grab everything here and all the edge loops that I had added and undo that. So it might be that I have only 50 undo operation that I can make, so it can be that I will lose some of what I've did. I mean, like, I wouldn't be able to undo everything. The reason I was doing this is just to see that the structure of this is correctly, and I'm right now removing all of them because this is not the point that we are going to add all those edge loops. Okay, so I'm deleting all those edge loops by undoing whatever I did, and yeah, this one, and that's it, I think. Now I have 2 more edge loops, which is those. Okay, so I can manually pick them, shift right click, delete edge, shift double click, shift right click, delete edge. Let's see if there are any more extra edge loops. No. So let's create a copy of this, Control D, and bring it here. I want you to save this file, save scene as, and let's call this leg part 1. Okay, and we will save this. Okay, and at the next part we will continue this because this deserves a little bit more attention, and I want you to not lose your work. So at this time save this file, make a new copy of it somewhere else, save it, that you always can get back to this shape no matter what will happen with the other shape. By the way, I've left one edge loop here, and it's okay. I need it also, yeah, that's okay, that's okay. So see you at the next part, where we will continue with this leg and hopefully we'll finish it, okay? So thank you for watching and see you. Bye.